There is rain in the area, but we've been given the go-ahead to get this one started. Tonight, a matchup of teams at opposite ends of the division between the New York Mets and the Philadelphia Phillies. Jake Arrieta will be on the mound for the series opener. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, we're looking at a real solid starting pitcher right here. You take a look at that ERA, anywhere between 3.5 and 4. But I'll tell you what he does know how to do. He knows how to get people out, and he can minimize the damage. He knows how to control the running game. He does a lot of things right. And if he does all those things, expect a real solid performance in this one.
These Phillies, as they enter play here tonight, fellas, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty V, talk about a team on a nice little roll right now, Dero, and start this homestand out. They've won the first 3 games, and now they open up a new series here. This could be one of those really, really good series.
Yeah, and they've been executing, Dan. We were down on the field before the game watching this team take BP, staying within themselves, not trying to do too much. A lot of smiles coming out of this team.
And the Mets have something going with nobody out. It's a leadoff double.
Now that is the way you want to start a game on the road. He comes out swinging and stands at second as the first base runner of the night. Now we'll see if his teammates can pick him up and if they can punch first.
Here's Juan Lagares. He's got hits in each of the last 5 ball games. Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike 1. Coming down in buckets. Cats and dogs. Insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief.
You know, one of the big issues is player safety, and right now this field is getting sloppy wet, Matt, and I don't know how much more rain this field can take.
Got him. And now a chance to meet the Mets. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, Michael Conforto has been a big piece for them. He's really had a heck of a year in the power categories, slugging over 500 coming into this one. That means almost every time he's hitting the ball, he's hitting it hard somewhere. Should be fun to watch.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew working this one. Behind the plate is Eric Summerskill.
Yeah, Dan, we got Eric Summerskill behind the dish. Really likes to work the ball east-west. What did you like? Did you like north-south, east-west?
I thought east-west, D-Row. The more I could get away with on the outside corner, inside corner, give me a wider plate than a higher plate. I think it's a lot easier to pitch to a wider plate.
Yeah, the rain starting to intensify here. It's coming down a little heavier now. We'll see how much longer the umpires can wait.
Well, you could say that again, Matt. It's raining cats and dogs out there. Make sure you don't step in a poodle. I think it's...
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, and even 20 home runs for him now thus far, as the Mets are out in front now 2-0.
When that pitch was grooved right down Main Street, he couldn't believe it. He started salivating when he saw it, but stayed back enough to put a great swing on it.
Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. His history with Jake Arrieta, he's totaled 4 hits in 18 at-bats. He's taken him deep once. Behind 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
Drilled down the line, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Here's another 1-2. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Harper on the run, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double.
When he started this game, giving up 3 extra base hits in the opening frame was not what he had in mind. He could still settle down and turn things around on the mound, but the way it's going right now, this has the makings of a start he's going to want to forget.
First pitch on its way. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone. Right side hit hard. Hernandez right there. Throw, got him, and that's a gorgeous play onto the third baseman, but it's off the mark, and he'll come in to score from second base, and that is a direct result, obviously, of that poor throw. So definite problems on that last play, and they'll hit the first baseman for the error. Next up for New York, Michael Conforto, as we run you the numbers to see the splits between July and August. First pitch here is a slider, but that's taken up and away for a ball. It's 1-0.
I think this inning could have far-reaching effects in this game. They're really making him work, and unless he dials it in, it's probably going to limit how deep he goes into this game.
One and two now as that one's fouled off. The 1-2. And another foul ball. Three runs already home here. And he swings here and sends one in the air deep down the right field line. Harper retreats to the track, and he'll put this one away. So a sigh of relief as the side is retired. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. On to the bottom of the first at Citizens Bank Park. It's 3-0 New York. Steven Matz, a left-hander from New York State, is the starter on the mound. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Fellas, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they have not been playing their best baseball of late as they've dropped 4 of their last 5.
Yeah, Matty, they got beat up on the homestand. Losing record in front of the home crowd, never good. But I always used to say, sometimes it's good to get on the road. Remove yourself, get out to a restaurant, see a different city, shower it off, and try and fight in front of some hostile fans.
On the ground to the right side. And this is bobbled now by Cano. And a good effort as he's able to gather it in and make the play for the first out. A moment now to check out the hometown Phil's starting lineup. D-Row, what do you got on this lineup in the series opener?
Well, Matt, I'm looking for someone to step up right now. Down 3 runs, someone's going to have to hit a gapper with runners in scoring position. It all starts with the leadoff guy. Find a way to execute and get himself on base. See if they can get a rally started and get back in this.
So digging in now, Cesar Hernandez. And you see the numbers there. He's been very dangerous at the plate, to say the least. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. Liner towards second. And a diving attempt there by Cano, but he can't pull it in. A base hit.
Batting third, the right fielder, Bryce.
Here's Bryce Harper now, and what a season he's having. Entering play, leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories.
This guy's got a big shot at the Triple Crown. He's leading in 2 of the 3 categories and top 5 in home runs, so that's where he needs to pick it up.
In the air to right center and carrying well. Way back there now, and gone. Home run. Two-run home run here for Bryce Harper, and his power surge continues, and even 60 for him on the year, and the Phils have cut it to a 3-2 game now.
Well, you can see how pure his swing is, and that's why he's able to hit an incredible 60 home runs this season. Might as well start engraving his name on the MVP trophy because he's having a year for the ages. Witnessing history, folks.
Line to the right side. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Loud noises right here, fellas. Hey, he's going to have to mix it up a little bit more because they are on his stuff.
Andrew.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now. Fly ball, not particularly deep. Conforto sprinting after it. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
Batting 6, the center fielder.
Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. And he enters play today, currently 5th in the National League batting race.
This guy's had a super season so far, and we're well into the baseball season, so this isn't a fluke. He's been swinging the bat great all year. He's not having his best outing in this one, and I think that curveball is part of the reason why. He couldn't get on top of that one, and that's not the first time that's happened.
The 1-0. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. But it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Dan, after that base hit, he's extended his hit streak to 9 games, and you know he wants double digits.
Oh, there's no question about it. Listen, anybody can get a 9-game hitting streak, but when you call your buddies or send out a text message and say, hey, I'm about in double digits, so 9 games is nothing to sneeze at, but he'd love to get it to 10.
From the stretch. Curveball bounces, and this one gets away. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Matz is at least partially known for a good changeup, and it's not just any change of speed pitch. It dances all over the place. Here's the 0-2. Bounce towards the mound. Throw on to first, and an important pitch there as they get out of the inning before things explode. But the fighting strike for a pair, both coming on this 2-run home run. Second inning coming up. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Second inning ahead from Cincinnati, but first, here's Heidi Watney with more on the forecast.
Matt, I am hearing that heavier rain is expected to pass through the ballpark at some point later in the game. The umpiring crew would, of course, like to get this one in uninterrupted, but it is possible that we could be looking at some sort of a delay if they determine the weather is impacting the play on the field.
All right, Heidi, thanks. We'll hope for the best, of course, but guys, you have to assume these players are probably going to be impacted by this weather at least a little.
Yeah, Matty, 100% it's going to be bothersome. They're going to have to watch their spikes. They're going to have to maybe gather themselves to get that extra grip on the baseball. But from a position player standpoint, you just can't lose focus. Starting pitchers are the ones that are going to have the most problems with it. So here's how the Phillies are positioned defensively. And let's focus on Gene Segura. Very athletic shortstop, has one of the best arms in the position, is really coming into his own offensively as well. Can't imagine he comes back with a third breaking ball. That hitter looked like he timed that one up pretty well and just missed it, fouling it away.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hard hit toward the hole. And this is going to find its way into left for a 1-out knock.
Love the ability to push that ball the other way right there. Nice knock to the opposite field. That's a switch hitter's delight, the ability to use all parts.
Stepping in now, Steven Matz. And they'll try to stay out of the double play here as he lays this one down. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
The batter, number 6.
Next for the Mets, Jeff McNeil. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Breaking ball drops right in the chute for a strike.
Hey, I don't mind you taking one right there. This pitcher's been struggling early. You got to make him.
Oh, and he botches it. The run scores from second. It's 4-2.
Well, that's the difference between a harmless error and a costly one. With the bases empty, it doesn't hurt that much, but with a man on, that allows a run to score.
Here's Juan Lagares now. He's got a base hit tonight, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball one. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at bat. Called strike in a dangerous location there, 1-2.
He's been getting lit up all game, and there's a common denominator. He keeps missing right down the middle of the plate. Case in point with that last one.
Herrera is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire. Run on one hit, one error, and a runner left on.
Leading off
At the plate,
Phillies,
JT Realmuto. He
catcher,
begins this one with the
JT
fourth best batting average in the
Realmuto.
National League. Way off balance hack that time. Good for the first strike.
Hey, he gets a pass right there for that ugly swing. He's been having a monster season. Take a step out of the box, regroup. He'll get right back in this AB.
This one's down to third. McNeil takes it in. And that's out number one.
Okay, here's how the Mets are lining up defensively.
the pitcher.
And let's focus on
Jake.
Michael Conforto.
There
He's
we
definitely
go.
known for that sweet left-handed swing in the top of the order. But he's no slouch defensively as well, showing the ability to come in on baseballs, make diving catches, and throw guys out at the plate.
Throw gets him, 2 down.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Segura.
Stepping into the box, Gene Segura. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Yeah, Matty, and it looked like a sinker in his last AB that got him to roll over. Kind of similar situation right here. Similar stuff on the mound. Look for them to try and get him to do exactly the same thing as his last AB. He's got to fight to get it elevated just a little bit more.
Seared down the first baseline. A dive, and oh, he can't hang on. The flip to the pitcher covering, as that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. Still down by a count of 4-2. Stepping in, Wilson Ramos. He hit a 2-run jack in his first at bat. Drilled to the right side. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And there is some stick-to-itiveness as they still manage to get the out at first. What a play.
Well, if you're going to bobble a ball, you have to hope it's when a guy is lumbering down the base pass. He's no speedster, so that was a good job to stay calm and make the recovery throw.
Here's the first pitch to him. First pitch is a sinker for a called strike 1.
Hey, let's not sugarcoat it. He's had a rough couple innings. He's going to have to find a way, whether it be mechanically or mentally, to be able to stay in this game.
And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1.
Seems to me like they're pitching him a little bit more cautiously after that double he had his first time up.
The 2-2. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And he'll put it away now without much of a problem. 2 gone now here in the third.
Now batting, the second baseman.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And set to stand in the fine second baseman, Robinson Cano. Cano waits on the first pitch. Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball 1. Here's a swing and a miss, 1-1.
Super important situation right here for the pitcher to go 1-2-3. Get back in the dugout, regroup. He struggled early, but if he can knock out this 1-2-3 inning, I think he can right the ship.
A shot down the first baseline. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball.
Well, Matt, as we take a look at his line here, he might not know all the specifics, but he knows he hasn't been pitching all that well in this one. Sometimes it happens. You start a game and never completely get into that rhythm. Seems to be the case here.
Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Curveball locks him up. Strike 3, and that's the third out. Mets strand 1.
We're back now as the Phillies prepare for their at-bats here in the third inning. And this lineup has been terrific for this club all year. Within the league, they rank among the leaders in batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging. When asked about their offense, the players I talked with all brought up how multifaceted their talent is, saying they've got guys that can spray the ball around, guys that work counts and draw walks, and of course plenty of guys that can go deep and drive in runs. Their numbers certainly confirm that, guys.
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
For the Phillies, the second baseman, Jason.
Had him lunging at that one out of the zone, and that's strike one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Line down the left field line. But this is foul near the seats.
Back-to-back breaking balls. He just missed that one right there, fouling it away. Do not expect a third.
Now that's popped up, and Lowry will look this one in for the first out. So with one gone in the inning, we'll take a look at where these guys sit in the standings, and I think they can pretty much start to think about next year because they are well back in the division race. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Bryce Harper. And remember, he hit that two-run homer his first time up.
Very rarely, Matt, do you see a first pitch changeup hit out of the ballpark. That tells me right now that this guy was up there looking for the changeup in that last at bat. We'll see if they pitch him any differently here.
And very quickly there, they're two gone to start the inning.
The first baseman, number 17, Reese Hoskins.
So bases are empty here with two gone, and that'll bring in a perennial MVP candidate for years to come, Reese Hoskins. Here comes the first pitch. Line drive to left. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. 3 innings complete. The Mets lead this one 4-2. Start of the 4th upcoming, but first, Heidi Watney is standing by with a report.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with Mickey Callaway, the Mets skipper, about his lineup's performance so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. Looking at the numbers, they currently have 4 hits coming from at-bats where they were behind in the count. That indicates that these guys are absolutely battling at the plate and making it very difficult for the opposition to get them out.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Up next will be the power bat of Peter Alonso. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
Been a real big struggle for him so far on the mound. 4 runs and only 3 innings, so it'll be interesting to see if he can settle in at all and make some adjustments, or if this start will continue to run downhill.
Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
That turns out to be a good take on that front door breaking ball, but you have to wonder if that pitch buckled him at all. That was really close to clipping the inside corner.
And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Just tied him up with that last pitch. Pretty evident by the swing. Sometimes guys get in that protect mode so much that they're swinging at everything that they see, and they end up offering at pitches that they can't possibly do anything with.
Here's Jed Lowry now. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. A base hit in his first trip. Now the 0-1. Strike swinging, timing a little off on that one.
Nope.
That misses. 1-2.
I got the count. 1-2.
4 runs, 5 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
Matt.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, Steven Matz. He did his job and laid down the successful sac bunt in his first appearance.
And not easy to do in today's game. High velocity, exploding breaking stuff. He executed that sac bunt perfectly.
Line to the right side. And that's in there. So perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
And they've had some good at-bats against him all game long. It seems like it's just been hard hit after hard hit. As we take a look at his line here, the numbers do not lie. This has not been one of his better outings, and he'd be the first to tell you that.
Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Hit out towards second. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game. And now this is bobbled out in center. And on the play, the runner moves into scoring position now at second.
Man, you can't continue to make mistakes like this and expect to win. That's 3 errors so far in this one, and they keep putting themselves in bad situations.
Digging in, Juan Lagares trying to cash in here on this 2-out rally. Couple of men in scoring position with 2 away. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike 1. Now a bit of a hanger, but it's laid off and called a strike.
There seem to be different philosophies on it. So, Dan, what was your approach in 0-2 counts?
My philosophy is this. I think the last thing you want to do is throw non-competitive pitches, Matt. Throw something down in the zone or just out of the zone, but something way out of the zone doesn't serve any purpose.
Down the line and fair. That's a hit. He's in at second safely as they also score a pair of runs on the play.
Well, maybe the tables have turned a bit. Earlier in the game, the pitcher had his way with him, but he wins the battle this time, and in a big way. 2 runs on the board as the result.
Into the box, Wilson Ramos, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ball game. 2 balls and no strikes to Ramos.
Not the ideal spot to be right here. 2-0 count on a real good hitter. Boy, you're going to have to make some really good pitches now.
2-1.
That's a nasty pitch right there. You got to tip your hat as the hitter. You get a nasty slider like that, there's nothing you can do. Actually, a quality take.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. McCutchen will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. So 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error in the inning, and 1 man left on base. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. Mets out in front, 6-2. Into the box, Andrew McCutchen. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
That had to be in the scouting report right there. You don't see too many 0-0 breaking ball ambushes in the game anymore. He had to know that pitch was coming.
Digging in now, Odubel Herrera, runner at first to start the inning. And Dan, when it comes to pitching in the rain, what changes?
I think the most difficult part, Matt, is the ball gets slippery. It's hard to keep your hands dry, and if you don't have a good feel on that grip, it's hard to control where you're going to throw the ball.
First delivery to him on the way. Grounded to the right, reined in to Lowry at the bag. On to first, and it's a well-turned 3-6-1 double play, and quickly there are 2 gone.
Sharply hit here, but right at the first baseman coming off the bag. He makes a good throw, and they complete the 3-6-1 double play with the throwback to the pitcher at first.
So base is empty now after the double play, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Michael Franco. Here comes the first pitch. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. Hit on the ground toward the left. McNeil has it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Phillies down on just 4 pitches. They still trail here at 6-2. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Yoenis Cespedes. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Too low, 1-0.
Well, he's still out there to start the 5th inning, but it's been a real grind of a start for him. The pitch count is much higher than he'd like it to be, so it's hard to imagine him working really deep into this game.
Now that ball's hit well, deep down the left field line, headed toward the foul pole. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out.
Now batting, the second baseman, Robinson Cano.
Here comes the second baseman, Robinson Cano. 1 for 2. He grounded out first time up and followed that with a base hit. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Skied in the air to straightaway left. McCutchen is under it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Now batting, the right fielder, Michael Conforto.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And up next, the left-handed hitting Michael Conforto. Arrieta's ready. Here's the first pitch. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner,
but it bends just foul into the second deck.
In there, strike 2. And he fouls this one off. Conforto behind, a ball and 2 strikes.
Definitely not what you're trying to do here. 0-2 with a curveball. You see a lot of guys elevate a fastball like that in this situation, but a curve like that is just asking to get punished.
Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Mets go down 1-2-3. They lead it 6-2. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, I had a chance to catch up with manager Gabe Kapler during the commercial break about the Phillies offense. And one thing he mentioned is how well they're doing at simply putting the ball in play. They're currently averaging more than a hit per inning, while at the same time, they've yet to strike out a single time. We all know that's a rarity these days, but clearly the bat-on-ball approach is working for them.
All right, Heidi, thank you. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. And he will coast into second with a leadoff double.
When you heard the crack of the bat, you just knew that was going to get down for an extra base hit. Great way to start an inning, that's for sure.
Nick Williams will come off the bench now as he'll pinch hit with the runner at second and nobody out.
Nick Williams.
Lifted the other way down the left field line. After it is Cespedes. And you can't ask for much more off the bench as he'll drive that run in with extra bases. And a relay to the plate. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
Sometimes you just got to tip your hat to the offense right there. Nice piece of hitting. Executed his pitch away again, but the hitter was able to stay on time.
Gene Segura standing in. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Down the third baseline. Backhanded. To second, there's Cano. On to first to complete the double play.
It's hard to do anything with a pitch like that that's below the zone. And if you do anything with it, most of the time, this will be the result. A double play on a good pitch down in the zone.
First pitch on its way. Line towards center field. Lagares is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Phillies get a couple of hits here, and it leads to 1 on the scoreboard. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. The Mets are out on top, 6-3. Tommy Hunter is going to get the call, and something of a surprising move here is they're bringing in their closer in the 6th inning. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he takes a pitch right down the middle. Grounded to third. Franco has it. Oh, look at Franco. He's up with it. The throw. It's late. He's safe. Almost got him after the great stop, but it's a base hit, and the leadoff man's on to start the inning.
Hey, that's a heck of a play by the third baseman to get dirty right there. I can't tell you how hard it is or how far a throw it is, especially when you sell out and get dirty. To get up and throw the ball across the diamond, just didn't have enough time to get that one done.
In now, Jed Lowry. Alonso on at first, nobody out. Hit down the line at first. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the 2nd time here tonight. So a runner at first now with 1 away, and the pitcher steps in next. It'll be Steven Matz. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice.
Now batting, number 6.
So a runner at second, 2 down now, and that'll bring in Jeff McNeil. As a look, now the pitch. Swing and a line drive. But this won't get by the shortstop as he's there to take it in for the 3rd out. Mets leave 1. They still lead it 6-3. Bryce Harper will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a 2-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start. Down the left field line and deep. And that will end up a foul ball.
You could tell he was guessing right there, and he certainly wasn't guessing changeup. That pitch was in his wheelhouse, and he was late.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
I always say hitting's a process of elimination at the plate. I think he could go ahead and eliminate changeup. 2 in a row back-to-back. I don't think there'll be a 3rd.
Line drive to left. And that's in for his 2nd hit of the afternoon. So the Phillies get a man on to start out the inning. So he continues to hit the ball well. His 2nd hit of the ball game, and he's aboard on the leadoff single as we take a look at the league leaders in hitting. And as you see there, he's sitting in 2nd place in the National League in that department. Ready for another shot now, Rhys Hoskins. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. First pitch coming. Here it is. Fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul.
All right, all you're asking for as an offense is a chance. Well, your leadoff man has certainly done his part. He's gotten on base. You have to start clawing back into this game right now if you're going to find a way.
From the stretch. A bouncer up the middle. Cano towards second. He's got it. On to first, and they turn the double play.
That's a great example there of why the sinker is such an effective pitch. The hitter's eyes see it higher in the zone than it ends up, and that makes it real tough to square up. Standing in now, Andrew McCutchen.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And he just couldn't keep that ball fair as it winds up a long foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit back up the middle. And Lowry won't be able to track it down. This gets through, a base hit.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Into the box now, Odubel Herrera, as he'll send the first one he sees on the ground to second. A step on second for the force, and that'll do it. So no runs here on 2 base hits, no errors, and a runner left. We're through 6 full. The Mets lead this one 6-3. Now at the plate, Juan Lagares. He drove in 2 with a double in his last at-bat.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once in AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
And this is sent on the ground out to Segura at short. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
The catcher, number 40, Wilson Ramos.
Digging in, Wilson Ramos. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. 0-1 the count. 6 runs, 9 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Called strike 0-2. And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th. Here's Yoenis Cespedes. The previous history with Tommy Hunter. He has a 3 for 12 line. He also has 1 home run. Line shot to third, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Mets, as they're unable to add to their 6-3 lead. Stepping up to the plate, Michael Franco. He'll be the man to lead things off here in the bottom of the 7th. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And he'll try to hold back on the pitch inside, but he pretty clearly broke the plane that time. It's strike 2. Line to the right side, and that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 game so far. So that's how they'll start out their half of the 7th inning.
Well, they've been treating him like a punching bag out there. As we take a look at the line, you can see that he's given up double-digit hits, and things don't look like they're going to get any better. He might not last much longer.
Now the New York manager's up off the bench on his way to the mound, and it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he'll head for the showers as he stands to win this one if the bullpen can find a way to protect his 3-run lead. Justin Wilson comes on now, and he'll take over with nobody out in inning number 7.
Number 38, Justin Wilson.
JT Realmuto will be the first to stand in against the new pitcher, as he'll do so with a runner at first and nobody out. He's set, and the pitch. Line drive to left. Oh, and this kicks right off of him. Jay Bruce will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 23, Jay Bruce.
well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike. Looking at his career totals, Bruce hits in the 240s, so there's room for improvement in that regard.
You know, Matty, I know his career batting average jumps off at the page, but this guy can help a roster in a lot of different ways. He brings value to the manager on a daily basis.
And that's in there. Base hit.
Boy, there's a bullet base hit right there, but you have to hold there, Devo, to make sure that gets down and isn't caught for a line drive double play.
Yeah, you have to play the game right there and respect the infield and respect the line drive. I know he wants to get a ribby for his buddy, but that's the way the game's played.
So the Phillies batting order turns over and set to go. Gene Segura. He's 0 for 3 so far, so he hasn't done much to help at the top of the lineup. He's set. Here it comes. No balls and 1 strike.
The pitcher has to find a way to minimize damage here. Maybe take 2 outs for 1 run. Who cares? Get a double play, pop up, strikeout, something to get you back in this inning.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Now a swing and a fly ball. Conforto giving chase, and no one will track it down. Franco on third. Real Muto over at second. Bruce at first with no outs. Late swing, but he's still able to get a lot of this one out toward deep right field. Conforto is there, and that should be deep enough to score the run. In to score is the runner from third. Now a 6-4 ball game.
Well, this ends up being a sac fly, but you gotta love the effort out there. Sacrificed his body to make that catch, and I'll tell you, that didn't feel good. Probably saved extra bases by making that play.
Stepping in now, Cesar Hernandez. He swings and sends a bullet to right field. That's in there, base hit. The relay throw, and he will make it back in there. He's safe at third.
The right fielder, number 3,
So stepping in, Bryce Harper, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First delivery to him on the way. Hard hit ball to short. To second, there's Cano. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. So it's 1 run on 4 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. 8th inning coming up. It's the Mets 6 and the Phillies 4. Jose Alvarez has been summoned from the bullpen, as he'll do so to start the 8th.
number 52, Jose Alvarez.
Standing in, Robinson Cano. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Leading off for the Mets, the second baseman, Robinson Cano.
And the pitch. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here, 0-1.
To me, getting ahead 0-1, it's the most important pitch in the game, Matty. It puts the hitter on the defensive. I can only think of myself being in the batter's box. When I'm sitting 1-0, I am all over the gas, or I am allowed the opportunity to sit on something without fearing going 1-1. When you're down 0-1, your head's on a swivel.
But this is unfortunately right at him in center field as he takes it in for the first out. Well, this has been a bullpen game for some time now, but let's go back and review the performances of the 2 starters, neither of whom turned in an outing to remember. Striding in, Michael Conforto, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. Lefty versus lefty, and the first pitch misses for ball 1. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss. Now the 1-1 pitch. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Herrera's there. 2 gone.
Now batting.
A look at our line
Number
score
20.
thus far. The Mets have come to Philadelphia, and they lead the Phils here in the 8th. Stepping into the box, Peter Alonso. First delivery to him on the way. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. The 2-0 on the way. High in the air down the right field line. And foul.
Little guessing game going on right now. Being late on that fastball after the change. He had to be sitting off speed right there.
Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Mets go down 1-2-3. They're up 6-4. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Luis Avilan is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the eighth. And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. He'll have a new pitcher waiting for him as we begin their half of the eighth.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a boop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
Hoskins behind to count 0-2.
I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Yeah, and they set him up with that curveball on the pitch before, and that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose.
Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive.
Not your normal put away pitch. A 2-strike fastball down in the zone, but he was able to get wood on it and foul it away.
The 0-2 pitch. And it's fouled away. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And a dive there by Lowry, but he can't get it. It's a base hit.
Well, that's just a case deal roll. You got to make a little bit better pitches with 2 strikes. Jumps ahead 0-2, and then a couple of foul balls, and on pitch number 5, he squares one up for a base hit.
Yeah, I can't tell you how nice that feels right there. You battle to get and count leverage and fight to get your ace swing off. 0-2, you're almost turned around walking back to your dugout, so that's a nice piece of hit.
In now, Andrew McCutchen, as he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball 1. The 1-0. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner, and no one will track it down. He jumps on this one. It's high and deep to center. That one is out of here. This game is tied. Two-run shot to straightaway center as they pull even. It's 6-6 now.
Well, this guy's been unhittable all year, but eventually you knew somebody would get to him. That's the first home run he's given up all year. But like all good relievers, he has to have a short memory and put it behind him.
Now batting, the center fielder, Odubel Herrera.
Standing in now, Odubel Herrera. Cue shot here out towards short. A diving effort as it's off his glove. And Lowry won't be able to track it down. This gets through, a base hit.
The third baseman, number 7, Miguel Rocco.
Roman Quinn will come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out.
24. Gomez. Win.
Strike one to start the at-bat. Here's the 0-1. And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen.
Pretty standard pitch sequence right there. Just how you draw it up in a perfect world. Jump ahead 0-2, and then you toss a changeup in the dirt to get him in chase for a strikeout on 3 pitches. If only it were always that easy.
Into the box now, JT Realmuto as he rips it on the ground to second. To Lowry at the bag. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. But the fighting strike for a pair, both coming on this 2-run home run. On to Roman Quinn. He's going to go ahead and stay in the ball game and play third now.
Third base. Number 24.
So coming to the plate, Jed Lowry. In prior at-bats against Jose Alvarez, he's only 2 for 10.
Leading off with the net.
And now a pitch on the way. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
If you know you got a real patient hitter at the plate, I love the mindset of this pitcher right here, attacking the zone 0-0 and getting ahead.
Again, he sends it out of play. Another 0-2 coming. Fouled off. The 0-2 once more. Rolled slowly to first. Hoskins grabs it cleanly, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Ahmed Rosario will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. In there for strike 1, 0-1. That batting average hovering in the high 230s. 6 home runs and 33 driven in. Ground ball right side. Hoskins has it. Oh, what a stop on the slide. Oh, but he beats it out. Almost a remarkable play, but now the potential lead run is aboard at first. Here's the first pitch. Popped up.
So frustrating, D-Row. You make a good pitch and you get these guys that can run around and they're fast. You think you have an out, and all of a sudden it turns into an infield single.
Yeah, this is definitely part of his game, the ground attack, Dan. He's a speedster. He's going to get a ton of infield singles, and he knows how frustrated that pitcher is.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Grounder down the line at third, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. And he strikes him out on a good pitch, so 1 run can win it as we head to the bottom of the inning. Mets strand 1. This game remains tied at 6.
Edwin Diaz enters the game from the pen, and because this is a non-save situation, it's evident that they're just trying to get him some work after having not thrown in several days.
Yeah, and this is all about just getting him some work, guys. He hasn't had a chance to come in and close a game out for several days now, so they're just hoping they can keep him sharp and give him the chance to pitch in a real game situation here.
Ground ball left side. Oh, in trouble there for Lowry. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
I know he didn't smoke that one from the offensive standpoint, but you know what? A knock's a knock, especially to lead off an inning. Game tied, and it's getting late. That could prove to be pivotal.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Gene Segura. The winning run is at first base. Here's the first pitch. Breaks his bat as this one